Hello and welcome to this guided meditation. I'm Louise from BeHealing.com and I'm making a guided meditation every single week now, putting it out on the weekends. So like and subscribe this video to keep on doing these and be seeing the new videos as they come out, those new guided meditations, because I'm doing this to get us through these massive changes that are going on the earth at the moment, to guide us through it and to keep us grounded and balanced as we go through it. If you find that you've felt wired and tired, like you are needing to sleep much more, but you're finding it hard to get that sleep, anything like that, if you are struggling with these energies of the wolf, just feels like a weird place right now, then this meditation should help you out. It's going to be a channeled meditation. I don't know what it's going to be about yet, so let's get into it and find out. So get yourself into a comfortable position, turn off your phone and that kind of thing so that you're not disturbed in this. And let's start to meditate. So you can be sitting or lying down, wherever's comfortable for you, but keep your spine straight so that energy can flow. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. We're going to breathe in through the nose deeply into the belly, and then we're going to breathe out as slowly as possible through pursed lips, like you're blowing out through a straw. So a deep breath in, into the belly, and then slowly out. We've got Flossy cat purring as well. Gives a bit of that cat healing energy. Breathing into the belly again, deep breath. And then slowly out. Another deep breath into the belly. And then slowly, even slower, out. Allowing our nervous system to come down now. To be calm and relaxed. Let's take that to the next level by moving our consciousness around our body. So we'll start off in our left toes, relaxing the body as we go into the arch of the left foot, to the heel, into the ankle, up the calf of the left leg there, to the left knee. Moving from the left knee, let's go up the upper leg and into the hip, relaxing that left hip. There's no need to hold on to that. Moving into the right toes now, let's relax the right leg as we move into the arch of the foot, the heel, and into the ankle. Moving up the calf and into the right knee, up the upper leg on the right hand side, relaxing it all, and then we get to the hip, releasing the hip there and just letting all of that go. Let's move into the left fingers now, and then into the palm of the hand, softening it all, into the thumb, and then the wrist, the little muscles of the forearm into the elbow, and then moving up the bicep and the tricep, into the shoulder, relaxing that shoulder down and away from the ear, just letting that whole arm relax now. Feeling it loose and relaxed. Into the right fingers now. Let's move into the palm of the hand, softening into the thumb and into the wrist. Then up all those little muscles of the forearm to the right elbow. And then from the right elbow, let's move up the bicep and the tricep. Relaxing and softening as we go into the right shoulder. Letting that right shoulder drop down loosely away from the ear. You might feel the whole of your upper back relaxing now as well. Let's move into the glutes. Whatever you're sitting on or lying on, feel that point of contact between those big glute muscles and whatever it's resting on. And then let that surface, whether it's the bed or the chair, support you. And release those muscles now so they can soften and be supported completely. And starting at the base of the spine, let's straighten up just a little and extend. As we move our consciousness up the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Letting that energy flow freely up the spine, the nervous system. And as we get to the neck, let's just move our neck to release it. So putting the right ear to the right shoulder. Take a deep breath. And then back up to straight. Let's move our left ear to our left shoulder. Take a deep breath. And then back up straight. Let's look over our right shoulder. And then back straight. Let's look over our left shoulder. Taking deep, slow breaths as we go. Let's look up to the sky. And then chin to chest down to the ground. Bringing ourselves back to neutral. Putting your chin forward. And then moving the chin backwards. And coming to a resting position with your neck in a neutral place now. Feeling much more relaxed than it was before. Let's move into the jaw now. You might want to release your jaw by opening your mouth wide. Might click like mine does. And then closing the mouth gently, resting the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Before moving into the cheeks, relaxing the cheeks. Relaxing all around the eyes. Feeling the eyeballs move back and down in the eye sockets. Feeling the eyebrows relaxing down and apart. Relaxing the whole of the forehead. And into the scalp now, letting the whole of the scalp relax too. And then resting your focus on your heart center. Breathe into that heart center now, taking that relaxation into the heart. And telling your heart that it's safe to open up now. In order to live in a world of competition and hierarchies and ownership of property and resources and having to struggle to get those resources or any of those resources to even get by, in order to be a part of this whole system, we've had to close our hearts down just a little bit to enter into that competition. And we are so ready to let all of this go now. And move into an open-hearted time of sharing the resources, of trusting the earth to come up with the resources when we need those resources, of no need to force those resources or hoard those resources or even own those resources. Which comes from a place of fear. And that fear, it closes our hearts down. And as much as we have tried and really done very well at keeping our hearts open as much as we can, and we're highly commended for doing that, we still had to close our hearts down a little bit to be able to be part of this whole structure. It's broken our hearts a little because we couldn't be our true, authentic, open-hearted selves. But our time is coming now. And so feeling the pain in the heart of what you've had to do to survive, acknowledging the pain within your heart of having to close it down a little bit. Breathing into that pain now. Letting your heart gently open as you see those little tears in the heart repairing themselves. So that your heart can shine brighter, be more expansive and open. So that you can be your true, authentic, loving self. As the structures fall away in the world, allowing us to thrive together in a sharing energy, where we truly thrive with open hearts. And where those with the closed hearts are invited to open their hearts up and to be true to their soul and their spirit and become part of this loving energy. As we repair our hearts and breathe into our hearts, allowing them to feel warm and expanded. Letting go of any guilt that we feel for not being perfect, for being a part of that whole regime where we had to play along anyway. Feeling proud of yourself for not losing yourself completely to that whole game. You are loved and you are appreciated. And as we open up to a new earth now, where we truly thrive by being open-hearted and generous and sharing and playing our part for the whole, for the benefit of everybody here. We open our hearts up to be a part of that changing movement. To just play our small part, energetically at first, by repairing ourselves emotionally for what we've been through until now. And by focusing our attention on the great things to come. Feeling ourselves deeply connected with the earth and the planet that we're on. Open and ready to help Gaia make these changes. Open and ready to help our brothers and sisters through this. Open and ready to play our part just by holding this energy. And this frequency of reconciliation, of oneness, of the good of the whole, of everybody here. Allow your heart to get bigger and bigger now. So your heart is as big as your body, growing bigger and bigger now until it's as big as the room that you're in. Growing even bigger still until it's as big as the house or the building that you're in. And even bigger still so it's in the neighborhood, encompassing the whole of the neighborhood that you're in. And then bigger still. And bigger until it encompasses the whole country that you're in. Bigger still until it encompasses the whole hemisphere that you're in. And then bigger still in encompassing the whole of the earth. And as your heart energy is big as the earth now, imagine that loving energy going to everybody. Not just those of us that manage to keep our integrity almost through the difficult times that we've been in, but going out mostly to the ones that couldn't. The ones that succumbed to the fear and then tried to control. Inviting them into this loving energy now. They will be taken care of too. They don't need to fight anymore. They are safe and they're loved too. Holding this loving energy for everyone and everything and the planet itself. Just releasing any of the judgments that we've had, the blame game. There's not one single soul on this planet that instigated any of these structures that we've got, not one. There's just been varying levels of fear, varying levels of distrust and mistrust and inability to let go and be in the heart fully. And as we open up to forgive those who played the game the best, got the most resources, and affected the most control, as we forgive them because they are the ones that need the most love now. They are the ones that are feeling the most insecure, the most fear, and the most clinging to those old paradigms. They too are loved by the earth energy. Inviting their hearts to open up, to be safe and to be loved now, and to let go of that fear and that control. To let go of the fight. And invite them open-heartedly into this loving energy, where they too can be safe and be living in abundance, where all the resources that we need and want show up when we need and want them. No clinging to it, no ownership of it, no hoarding of it. Abundance being available to everybody now. Resources available to everybody. Feeling into your heart now and the deep gratitude for Earth, for Gaia, for allowing us to learn through these very imbalanced times that we've had, to learn what we needed to learn, as we've lived that process for too long now. Thanking the Earth and Gaia for taking the hit, for being hurt by us as we've gone through this learning process. It's a very loving energy to hold us while we make so many mistakes. And from this loving place for the earth, with deep gratitude and reverence for the earth, holding the earth sacred as it truly is. We invite all beings, all human beings on this planet, to join us in this reverence for the earth. Deep gratitude and deep respect for this planet, of having put up with us through these growing pains, and enabling us to get to this point of shift, where enough of us now are choosing a better way of being in the world. We've spent all of our lives practicing empathy. That empathy is needed more than ever now. For ourselves, yes, but also for those fearful ones that have used control so much. The changes that they're going through are bigger than any of us doing this meditation can imagine. Extending our heart energy to them and our empathy and compassion. For the shifts that they are experiencing right now, that are being pushed into kicking and screaming, and inviting them to let go, to trust that everything is going to be okay, that they're safe and that they are loved. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. The earth, Gaia, wants to thank us for playing our part in holding this energy, this empathic energy, this connected energy, this heart-open energy for as long and as well as we could have done, whilst also getting by within a structure that has been very much against us, made it very difficult for us to get by and to thrive, and certainly didn't allow us to be our full selves. It's thanking us for never letting go of that authenticity within ourselves, that pull, that urge to do the right thing and to be who we truly are and to be heart open, to never lose our empathy and to never lose that idea of rightness and righteousness within ourselves. It's thanking us deeply for holding that energy. There's a sense of relief coming from the earth itself, as it has struggled to keep in balance, very imbalanced energies on the planet. There's an outpouring of emotion that you might see from the earth and from people too, in yourself, in other people, but the earth too. In storms, earthquakes, all kinds of things, is the emotions of the earth coming out as we're all shifting and having to feel what it is that we've been through, to fully feel it, and how it's been an insult to our souls and our spirits. We can feel that now, allow ourselves to fully feel it and grieve ourselves and our pure hearts that went into this innocently, knowing that this time would come for this big shift. And returning to this innocence of ourselves now, no longer having to protect ourselves and close our hearts down. Keeping our hearts opening and welcoming this change now, being that change that we want to see, welcoming it in for everybody, for everybody. Nobody is excluded, for as soon as someone's excluded, that's where the trouble begins. This love is for everybody. This planet is for everybody. It always has been. All the resources on this planet have been for everybody, not just for a few. But exclusion has caused people to be fearful and to grab on to what they feel they've needed to grab onto in order to survive. It has all come from this exclusion energy. But now we need to come together. Nobody gets left out, nobody is excluded. Earth wants to thank us for still being here, for having survived what we've been through. It knows it hasn't been easy. For us to have to struggle for our resources, to be able to get some of those resources from those fearful people that are holding on to those resources. We've had to work extra hard. And quite rightly we'll feel exhausted because of that. But it's time for things to get easier and lighter now. A true sharing and caring in our communities means much less work for us all. Keeping our hearts open to however this plays out, however it unfolds, being willing to be open-hearted and just play our part. No hierarchies, no need for anyone to do over and above what is right in front of them. No need to take charge of it or try and make it happen. Each of us playing our small part, saying the right thing, saying what's in our mind to a person, sharing something when we feel the need to share something, taking care of someone when we can see they need taken care of, allowing ourselves to be taken care of when we need to be taken care of, allowing ourselves to receive those resources from others too. Allowing ourselves to be loved and cared for. Take a deep breath now and let go of that emotional energy. Another deep breath and let go of that emotional energy. The end is in sight to the hard times that we've been through, and as we come to the end and the completion of the cycle, that's when we can truly allow ourselves to feel just what it's been doing to us, just how much it's hurt us, to have to exclude others and to not have our hearts open because we had to comply to even survive. It has hurt us. Let those tears flow if they're flowing. It has been so hard. Another deep breath in. Letting those emotions go. Focusing on our emotional energy now to find a new balance and to let those old emotions go of that struggle, so that we can be clean and pure-hearted, ready for the new structures, ready for us to build those new structures and to open up. Because any of that pain that's left in our hearts is going to constrict us and cause our hearts to close down, and we're not going to feel safe to open up to those people that need our help. We're not going to feel safe to open up to that help that we need from others too. We're not going to feel safe in order to share what it is that we've got and what we come across. Not giving it nor receiving it. And so we're needing to heal our hearts now so that we can be truly open. Not just a little bit open, as a lot of us have managed to do, whilst also looking after ourselves, which has meant being a little bit closed as well. And letting all that go and that pain go. So that we no longer need to monitor ourselves, we no longer need to enforce boundaries and boundaries within ourselves to not be so generous because we've taken advantage of, and all of that learning that we've had to do. And how painful that has been and how jarring it has felt to our spirits, just feeling that now. Allowing ourselves to fully feel those soul scars and those heart scars that are there. And seeing them being burst apart with light. Those heart encasings, bright light bursting those encasings apart now. And allowing us to truly open up and be open, vulnerable, and ready for what is to come. Because we're in the chrysalis right now, we're goop right now. We were caterpillars, not anymore, we're goop right now. And in this goop, it's all about healing, and it's all about finding out who we will be as butterflies. And that is an unfolding. And so letting it all be about the process, letting you be about that process right now, not trying to go about the work of the caterpillar. Letting ourselves be in this process right now. This energetic, this emotional, this healing process. And it's when we fully let go that we'll start the dreaming of the butterfly, of who we truly are without any of that pain anymore. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not ready for the dreaming of the butterfly yet. We're in the goop process now. We're in the chrysalis right now. It is all about the healing. It is all about the letting go. Reaching whole new levels of letting go of that resistance and of release, deep release. We know how to do this. We have practiced all of our lives these healing processes, and we are ready for it right now. And as you do this within yourself, you make the way possible. You make those energies possible for everyone else that's ready to do it. And like stacks of dominoes, one by one, we release these energies and heal. Trust in the timing of this, and trust that you are not the lead of this. You're in the orchestra. You're not the conductor. The earth is the conductor now. And the sun. Mother Earth and Father Sun. In collaboration together, they're leading the way as a couple. Masculine and feminine energies. And this is the way that we are headed to. A balance of the masculine and feminine energies on equal parts. No leaders. We don't need leaders when we're all complying and when we're all working together. Allowing the sun and the earth to lead us forward. And knowing that you're just playing your part by sorting yourself out, your heart, your emotions, your balance. Your readiness, your openness, your heart and your soul. I recommend that you join me in doing this meditation every day, perhaps beyond this week, every day. Until we feel clean and clear and open and ready. Ready for that dreaming of the butterfly of who we are growing to be. We're healing this now for all of our ancestors for the last 200,000 years and beyond. And so thank you for your practice. Thank you for being a part of this shift. Thank you for doing your inner work and being ready for this. And thank you for the part that you'll be playing as we move forward in this. Namaste.